I'm Wendy Garner for Children's of Alabama. This time of year, we're talking about colds and the flu. And join me right now is Delphine Nolan, who's the manager of Infection Prevention and Control. So good to see you.
Good to see you.
You have an important job all year round, but especially
Yes.
this time of year. When should people be looking at getting a flu shot?
It can start as early as September up through April. There is no time frame. It's good for the entire season. So now is a great time to go ahead and have it. We know it's most prevalent in the fall and winter months.
Okay. And what are some of the signs and symptoms? It can be confusing to tell the difference between a cold and a flu. What should parents know?
The flu tends to make the child feel bad as opposed to just a basic cold may not. Fever, usually there's a higher fever associated with the flu than it would be with just a common cold. Sometimes people will have diarrhea, vomiting, body aches, or some of the key signs that it's not just a common cold, that it may be something different.
That feeling like you've been hit by a truck,
yes.
Correct?
Yes.
I hear people say.
Yes.
And then when your little one is sick, it's really important that they stay hydrated, isn't it?
Yes, very much, because most flu deaths are related to complications of flu and not necessarily of the flu, which dehydration, pneumonia, all of those things that are complications of the flu. So, if they're not eating and drinking and having wet diapers, those are hallmarks that you may need to seek out some medical attention.
As the weather cools, you see this thing just spread rampantly. How can we prevent the spread of viruses like this?
The most important thing is prevention. Hand washing is the number one thing that you can do to prevent any viruses, including the flu. Making sure that you're teaching your children that at school, everyone should be washing their hands regularly. There is no such thing as too much hand washing.
And then also not sending your child to school sick and not going to work when we're sick. Correct?
Yes, not spreading the virus. At least 24 hours since their last known fever. And no other symptoms, no vomiting, no diarrhea, to go to daycare or school.
All right. So again, this lasts through spring, but it's important to follow these tips. Delphine Nolan, thank you so much for sharing them with us. And of course, you can find more on this and other health and safety related topics by going to our website, childrensal.org.